It's April 20th, and we're taking a look at what we know about EA's Star Wars Battlefront on a special daily glitch. It's happening! The moment Battlefront and Star Wars fans have been waiting for since 2005, Battlefront 3. If for some reason you've never heard of the near-iconic series, Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 were best described as early Battlefield clones in the Star Wars universe, and they were fantastic. They allowed fans to jump into classic Star Wars battles on the front lines of combat on Tatooine or Coruscant, and even into space for ship-to-ship combat in the sequel. The third iteration of the series was announced way back at last year's E3 as a part of EA's press conference, promising more details the following spring. Well, spring is here, and at this weekend's Star Wars Celebration convention, EA and DICE officially revealed the game. Spanning all of the current movies, as well as bridging the gap to this December's Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, players will again be able to jump into the snowy hellscapes of Hoth and the forest moon of Endor, but this time in the same Frostbite engine that delivers the current wave of Battlefield games. While things like pilotable ATSTs and playable heroes are a given, here are some of the more interesting details that we have already. First up, there will be no campaign mode in the game, as it will have a totally multiplayer focus. Considering the change in gaming landscape since the prior installments released, and the fact that prior Battlefront campaigns were just an excuse to string together the various multiplayer maps into a movie order playlist, this is an expected direction from the same developers bringing you Battlefield 4 and Hardline. However, there will be offline solo and co-op challenges to tackle if you're looking for a more private game. On another more unfortunate note, no space battles in Battlefront 3. While the ship-to-ship combat was exciting in Battlefront 2, DICE has axed the game type in Battlefront 3 in favor of more focus on the planet locales. There will still be dogfighting and air battles, thankfully, as EA stated on Twitter. We're focusing on air battles and dogfights that take place in the vistas of our planet rather than space. So at least you'll still be able to blow those rebel scum out of the skies of Yavin 4. As much as we all loathe pre-order bonuses, Battlefront will have its share. Outside of the typical special edition weapons like Han's DL-44 blaster, players will be able to get early access to the Battle of Jakku DLC, which takes place right before the events of the upcoming movie and helps lead into the film. Last up, in a slightly more unexpected note, GameSpot is reporting that there will be no class system in Battlefront, totally stepping away from the old and even current Battlefield system. Instead, players will be able to customize their loadouts however they wish. And while we're all anxiously awaiting more details, keep tuned here for all the latest as we approach Battlefront's November 20th release date. That's it for today. Are you as excited about Star Wars Battlefront as I am? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, you can follow us on Twitter @GlitchFeed and check out the weekly GlitchFeed podcast on iTunes and right here on YouTube.